My grandmother said, hey guys, listen, I have 1,000 rands that I've saved up. One of you must decide who gets the money, and you go to wherever you want to go in the country and just kind of figure it out.
Sure.
So I said, okay, I'll take the money and I'll go to Pretoria. I get here at night and I don't know where I'm going. Then I walk down Bosman's Road. I see police station, so I sleep in the police station for that night because I thought, because you know Kukasi, you could go to someone, they have a back room and you could sleep there and you sort it out as you go.
Yes,
That's what I thought. I thought
yes.
that's what I was going to do. I was just going to see someone who has a house. I didn't think it through. So I slept at the police station and then I went to the University of Pretoria the next day to register. And they said they need 3,000 rands for registration. Then I called my mother because she had said no, go and I'll send the money. And then she doesn't answer. And I go back to the police station, try her the next day, I tried her. I never got hold of her.
At the tone, please record your message.
I'm Dr. Maanda Tshifularo, and in this episode, we are joined by Koketso Molaolwe, who is a speaker, he's an author, and a visionary founder and senior pastor of Mmuso Church in Pretoria, South Africa. Together, we unpack lessons from the growth of Mmuso Church ministries and explore the tensions and the dilemmas that accompany such a rapid growth from both a personal and organizational perspective. Koketso, a privilege to have you join us on studio today. And we want to do two things. One, we want to talk about growth and scaling.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm excited about this one is you are in the middle of it. You're not sort of saying, 10 years ago when we were growing. Like, we want to just see real life. Right? So we want to get to that part.
Probably when this drop, I'll be announcing also
yes.
to say this is the next move we're doing.
Okay, good, good.
So you will say you heard it here first.
Roland, you got that right. So, like, we just wait for that alignment, and then there's announcement, and then we drop it. Okay, Roland agrees. So, but before we talk about the dynamics of growth and the challenges and the dilemmas and the tension that are inherent in a growing organization, we want to just start by just talking about you and figuring out who is Koketso, where do you come from? You have an incredibly inspiring story. I mean, the first time I heard it, I was just like, and I think there it was just a few elements to it. So now give it the whole story.
Well, I grew up in a township in Kuruman. Yeah. And my grandmother was...
And where in the world?
It's in the Northern Cape. It's in the Northern Cape.
Okay.
It's actually quite a significant place in the country because that's where our iron ore comes from.
I see.
Yeah, that's where the iron ore, I think it's the third largest deposit in the world.
I see.
But it's largely still rural areas.
Okay.
You know, it's another topic for another day.
Yeah.
So I stayed in a township there. And my grandmother was a nurse.
Okay.
And you know when you're in the township and your parents are either a teacher, a police, or a nurse, you are not. So my grandmother would turn in the grave if I was to say I was poor.
You were not poor.
No, I was not poor. I was okay. I was like, Kukazi, we had a meal. We had our challenges. Yeah. But my parents both were never part of my life. Right.
Okay, just say more.
My mom, I think just after giving birth, kind of dropped me, and then she went to live her life somewhere else.
No, what does this mean? So let's just slowly.
I think, and I say this in hindsight because I don't know. I was there, but I was still a baby.
Yeah.
The first time I met my mom, probably I was about 13 years old.
Sure.
Yeah, that was the first encounter we had.
Sure.
And so for the most of my life, my grandmother was my mother.
Right. So going back, so you've got your mom gives birth to you.
Yeah.
And where's your dad?
My dad was married.
I understand.
Yeah. So dad is married, has his own family.
Okay.
My mom, in his late teens, gives birth, and then probably think it's better for her to go and study.
Okay.
And then I stay with my grandmother.
Right. Married man here,
Yes.
a teenager here,
Yeah.
gives birth.
Do you understand?
Probably the fear of the community
stigma
goes and the
and
stigma.
all of those things
Sort
there.
of say, okay, grandma, look after this child. I'm going to go look for work
better
or study or
opportunities.
something.
Yeah.
Right. And now your grandma is a nurse.
Is a nurse, and then she then looks after me and 7 of my other cousins.
Okay.
7 of my other cousins, and we're there. And for some reason, I was not the eldest, but I was given all the responsibility. So if they come into the house and the lights are not on,
Yeah.
I get the beating. And I was like, why am I getting the beating? It's not like,
And we used to get beatings
you know,
for
yeah,
almost
no,
anything.
let me tell you. So I was the one who was cooking. I was the one who was cleaning. I was the one who was doing everything. I was the one who was being sent to go and pay the Ellerins and, and all of those things. So I think then I picked up that sense of responsibility quite early.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do. And then at some point in life, I become a DJ. I was DJ, man.
What did they call you? DJ K? DJ what?
I think I would rather not mention what I was. Because my name is Koketso.
Yeah.
I called myself DJ Cocktail. So I don't understand why everyone is laughing. If we can explain the laugh. So yeah.
Rulani, please explain yourself.
So yeah, I thought it was cool then, right?
I'm getting tempted to kind of drop this Koketso thing and just kind of go.
DJ. So yeah, I thought it was cool then, the foolishness of youth. And I did all the things.
I can imagine DJ Cocktail.
Man, let me tell you, we were doing house parties. We were happening. And my uncle stayed at home. He was a born again Christian. He was a pastor.
All right.
He stayed with us.
Okay.
And one morning, Saturday morning, I'm coming back from the club around 5 a.m.
Sure.
I'm drunk.
Of course.
And he's praying outside the house. He's praying in tongues. He's going up and down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sure, how am I gonna do this? Because at my house they don't know that I drink at that time.
No way.
Yeah. So now I'm tired. I want to get in the house. This guy, I was hoping just to get in the house and sleep. Now he's there.
Yes.
And I mean, when you're drunk, you convince yourself that other people cannot see. So I come, and just as I'm about to enter the house, he stops me. He says, "Wait, I need to talk." I'm like, "No ways." I was hoping he would just ignore me. And what he said in that moment changed the trajectory of my life. He said, "God says I must tell you that you're going to be a pastor."
Wow, in your drunken state.
I'm drunk, I'm smelly, I don't even know what I was doing. And he says, God says, you are going to be a pastor. And my response was, whatever I was drinking, I must stop drinking.
No way.
Because it's too strong. There's no way he's saying this.
I thought it was conviction. Okay, I get it now.
No, I was like, no. Whatever I drank today, I must stop drinking it because there's no way he's saying what he's saying. I must be hearing things. Man, I leave it, we never talk about it. I continue with my life.
Yeah.
I come to Pretoria 2005, the beginning of 2005. And, I come from a township where I was a DJ. Now I come into a city where there's everything.
Yes.
Clubs all over,
Yes.
all that kind of thing. The first Sunday here, I get born again.
Jeez.
My man, what a letdown.
Because you could have just enjoyed
I didn't
everything.
really go around because so maybe just a quick one. When I finished at the same time with my younger sister.
Yeah.
And my grandmother said, "Hey guys, listen, I have 1,000 rands that I've saved up. One of you must decide who gets the money, and you go to wherever you want to go in the country and just kind of figure it out."
Sure.
So I said, "Okay, I'll take the money."
Sure.
And I'll go to Pretoria.
So you
because
leave
friends-
Kuruman with 1,000 rand
Yeah.
to Pretoria to go
Yeah.
figure out what to do.
Yes, I'll just figure it
Incredible.
out. At the time, I connected with my mother.
Okay, good.
And then, because she was working government job and doing
Excellent.
well, so now I applied at Tux
Good.
to study architectural technology there.
Excellent.
So I'm coming to do that.
Yes.
And things don't go well. I get here at night, and I don't know where I'm going. Then I walk down Bosman's Road. I see police station, so I sleep in the police station for that night because I thought because you know Kukasi, you could go to someone, they have a back room, and you could sleep there, and you sort it out as you go. That's what I thought. I thought that what I was going to do. I was just going to see someone who has a house. I didn't think it through. Yeah, basically. So I slept at the police station, and then I went to the University of Pretoria the next day to register, and then they said they need 3,000 rands for registration. Then I called my mother because she had said, no, go, and I'll send the money, and then she doesn't answer. And I tried, go back to the police station, try her the next day. I tried her, I never got hold of her. So now I'm in the city. I don't have money. I have all this thing, and I see a college saying register here for 300 rands. It's like, that sounds like what I'll do. I register for 300 rands, and on that day I meet my childhood best friend.
Good.
Look at how big Pretoria is.
Wow.
What are the chances that I'll meet this guy
in this 300 rand registration
you
college?
Understand? I meet my childhood friend. I said, hey man, listen, I'm staying in the police station. I explained to him the story. He says he stays across the police station.
Oh wow.
In a bachelor flat.
Right.
And I tell him, he's like, no, you can come and stay. I stay with 5 other guys.
In a bachelor flat?
In a bachelor flat. No, stay with 4 other guys. So he was the 5th one. He said, so if you know, you will be the 6th one. I said, okay, it's fine. I'll come through. So I stay there. And then on Sunday, he says, if you stay in my flat, we are going to church.
Okay.
Because he was church goer. Sure. And on that Sunday, boom, on the 13th of February, on my birthday, 2005, that I got saved.
So I imagine not everyone probably understands this Christian language.
Oh, yeah,
what does that mean?
I give my life to Christ, so I become now a Christian, a born-again Christian. I accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and my Savior, and the trajectory of my life changes.
Sure.
Because as they're preaching, they say, and look, I was privy to it.
Okay.
Because my uncle was a Pentecostal pastor.
Yes.
So I was privy to that.
Yeah.
I'd been going to church my whole life, but I was not a born-again Christian.
I understand.
So then I got born again. And from him, I always knew that being born again equates to holiness.
Right.
There's certain
English,
things,
please.
You know, yes. Being born again means there's certain things you can't do anymore.
Right.
Can't drink, can't sleep around, can't go to clubs.
Sure.
All the things I was enjoying as DJ Cocktail. The old is gone, the new has come. DJ Cocktail dies. Then,
and then the DJ dies just as there was so much of opportunity.
And I think it was just God protecting me.
I see that.
So that I don't even taste it.
I see that.
So that I don't even enjoy it. I don't get to.
Sure.
Just right there,
Sure.
I get born again.
Sure.
And so I have this thing. If I do something, I am excessive.
Okay.
I don't know how to do something.
Yeah, you sit on the extremes.
Yeah, I'm an extreme. So if I get involved in something, I go all out.
Okay, so if you get born again,
you'll
be
born
holy.
again. Yeah, I'm holy. This is you know. And I learned and I joined the church, grew, Yeah. So that's kind of like how. And then I'm sitting now with this, we're staying in this bachelor flat, the 6 of us.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing that, you know what? I cannot afford to pay rent.
Yes.
Because we need to pay rent every month. Sure. And I cannot afford to buy food.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
But what do I have?
Yeah.
As a kid, like I told you,
yeah.
I was the one who was made
can
to
cook and you can do
stuff. And then I was like, I'll leverage this. Then I called a meeting and I said to them, guys, the house is dirty.
Okay.
We never have fresh food. It's a mess. So what I'll do is I will cook and I'll clean.
Excellent.
And I'll make sure that we live in a decent house and stuff like that. I'll go and buy the groceries and everything.
Stunning.
Provided I don't buy food and I don't pay rent.
Perfect. That's stunning. That's a clever
move.
Like,
let's leverage, right?
Yeah.
And for them, I mean, they hot meal every day as a young girl, like no.
And then the house is clean. They wake
up. They want to bring their girlfriends, you know.
Oh, excellent.
It was a deal. So
Stunning.
So that's how we kind of what is this? For the 2 years when I was studying at this college, that's how I kind of survived.
Yeah.
But because we were young boys, I could only cook once a day.
Right.
So then what do I eat for lunch?
Okay.
Right? Because I don't have money being sent from home, you know. my lecturer would go downstairs after every, like, when the classes are finished, he would go downstairs and buy fruits.
Yeah.
And then afternoon he would be marking, he would be preparing for lessons. So I realized that. Then I asked him if I can help him with the marking, with the tutoring, whatever he was doing, because it's not really that I wanted to help him, but I was looking at the fruits to say I will eat something. Yes. And then so I helped him.
Sure.
I helped him with, and then he would give me extra programming lessons because I was studying programming there. And then when I finished my diploma in programming in the second year, at this time I know that the college is a fly by night. It's not registered.
Yeah, and there was just this.
There was a lot of them.
A lot of them
around
that
city.
time.
Yeah,
right?
there was a lot of them. So by this time now, Kuruman is out. Now I am Kitleva Pretoria. I know that this thing is not registered. This diploma is not gonna be useful. My lecturer says to me he's leaving at the end of the year. Then I go into the principal's office and say to him, listen, man, I've been tutoring first year students. I've been working with this guy. I think I can do his job and become a lecturer for the first year.
Yeah.
And then he says to me, no, but you're not a qualified lecturer.
Yeah, you like,
and I go
but
like,
this whole thing is not.
this whole thing is not registered. And then that's how I then worked there.
Sure.
And I started getting paid.
Excellent.
And I studied through UNISA.
Oh, lovely, man.
And you know.
Oh,
then,
stunning.
Yeah.
But what I'm learning is that you have this ability to leverage what you learned or what you had to do.
Absolutely.
And you almost can trade it later on.
Yeah.
And I imagine many of us have got, we've got some skills. We can do the dishes, we can cook, we can do stuff. But maybe we are not leveraging that as much as we should.
Absolutely. A lot of us, man, I was listening to Miles Monroe, he said, a lot of us, we think we are gems to be discovered when we're actually gems to be developed.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I was running this morning and I heard that. I was like, a lot of us, we are waiting for someone to discover us.
Yes.
When we're actually supposed to be developing ourselves.
Stunning,
and I was like, this is incredible. So I think that has always just been my thing. What do I have that I can leverage?
Yeah.
Because I didn't have much. Yes, I mean, I grew up in the township and my grandmother was a nurse. That was great then. But within the bigger scheme of things, my parents were not there. She was there. She was loving, but I had limitations.
Sure.
And I've always just asked myself, what can I? How do I leverage what do I have?
Excellent.
And until today,
wait. Could you speak to the camera and kind of do the pastor thing and just kind of talk about people that have limitations but they've got something?
Yeah, I must do the pastor thing.
Yeah,
I must
tell them
if you are at home. but on a real, I think a lot of us, we are looking at what we have in our hands and we think it's not enough. Listen, the enough is often in us. It's not in what we have in our hands. If the strength in you is not big, even if you have a lot in your hands, you're not gonna do much.
Sure.
But if the strength is within you, even the small that is in your hands, man, you can do incredible things if you know how to leverage it. There's someone who wants the small thing you have.
Oh, wow.
And if you can trade it, and they have something that you need, the two of you where you meet, it's how you guys go up.
Oh, stunning.
Yeah.
If we were church, then we say amen.
And then you give money, a tithe.
I'm not sure about the money. But do you have the little machines?
I'll bring in my car. No, these days we do EFTs. I'll send you the details.
Right. So you have a professional career, and then what will happen to a professional person that says, you have a job, I imagine things are going well. Who in their right mind decides to change and be a pastor?
So, and especially after suffering like this.
Yeah, like you suffered like this and then you get a good break. So, what will possess you to do that?
Really I was possessed. Because I then get a job, before I even finish my diploma now with UNISA, I get a job because I have the skill. Even if I don't have the qualification.
Okay.
I could program
Stunning.
very well. So I go to interview, I get the job as a junior programmer, and I worked there for some time, and now I'm earning 6,000 rands.
Oh,
brother,
in
listen,
the early 2000s.
hey, no child, nothing. And I come from now being someone who's cleaning, and now I'm earning 6,000. You're playing. I'm the guy, you know, and I'm working in wood meat. I'm having a good time. But at the same time, I'm now a leader at the church.
Okay.
I'm a youth leader at the church.
Right.
And maybe just how...
And I can see this. Yeah.
You know, how I got to be a youth leader, I joined the church, and then I started joining the youth every week, every Friday. But as I was sitting there, I just felt like this thing is boring. I just felt like this thing can be done better. And I've never led youth anyway. But as I'm just sitting there, I'm like... And then I asked the leadership, guys, can I have a meeting with you? And they're like, they agreed. Then I come with a PowerPoint presentation of how we can improve this thing. I've never, man, you know what? I apologize for my arrogance. And they say, this sounds great. Do you want to join the leadership team? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Then I joined the leadership team, and at the end of the year, they said, do you want to lead the leadership team? Do you want to lead the youth? I was like, why not? And I led the youth, and man, that year we had the biggest conference we've ever had.
Stunning, man.
It grew in numbers, you know.
Lovely.
And every Friday, as I go to church, something in me just started just feeling with excitement. I looked forward. My best day of the week was Friday.
Sure.
My worst day of the week was Monday morning.
Sure.
Just going to that office and sitting down and programming was the worst experience.
No way.
Even though I was good at it. So what I would do is I would get there and I'll get the list of my tasks and I'll finish them as quick as I can. And then I'll ask someone, do you guys need help? They need help, I help them quickly. And then I'd write sermons, I'd write books. I published my first book 2010.
No, you were a teenager then.
I was a kid. God, I published my first book and my 2 books. I published 2 books, my brother. Please, don't look at me. I'm a published author.
You're a published author.
Self-published. I'm telling you, it had errors in there. But I did it. Anyway, so I went, man, and it was just, Fridays were just,
I can tell you, many people, Fridays are awesome and Mondays not so great for different reasons.
For me, it was not those reasons. I had left that life.
I forget. I forget. Okay.
So, one Friday afternoon, my bosses called me. They just got a big tender with the government that required that they promote me to senior programmer. Yes. And because they need to bring in junior programmers just because of the size of the project. It was a huge.
Good news. Testimony at church.
This is great. I go to church Friday, testify, hey guys, the Lord has done this. Of course. And they give me on paper, my take home was 21,000 rand.
Whoa.
Let me tell you, my brother, I always wanted an S3. Audi. I was like, here I come. I saw my dream coming true. I was like, this is it, man. This is it. I mean, medical aid, because it was such a big project, and man, I was now going to be a senior programmer. Actually, now I'm realizing 21,000 was not a lot for a senior programmer. But anyway, but for me, I could have negotiated. But for me, that was great. From where I come from, 6,000 rands to 21 as a take home. I think it was the cost of company was far more than that. Yeah. So I tell them at church on Friday, everyone is celebrating with me, testimony, God is faithful. If you serve him, you know he will serve you.
Case in point.
You know, Sunday, my pastor comes to me, says to me, listen, there's a lawyer in the church who has made available 100,000 rands.
Right.
He's looking for a young person who can go into schools and preach the gospel, do counseling.
Not good.
So we're going to divide that into 12 months. It's 8,000 rands.
Not
so
good.
If you know any young person in the church that we can, that you feel will fit the profile, who's looking for work and everything.
That sounds good now.
Just let us know, and then we will. And I said,
sounds good. So it's a recommendation.
Yes, I said I'll take the job.
Not good.
I said, bro, I'll take the job. He says, no. You remember you told us the testimony on Friday. This one, no permanent. It's not permanent.
It's a 1 year.
It's a 1 year contract.
It's 8,000 rand.
It's 8,000 rands, 21,000.
Audi S3 might not make it.
I will take the job.
Right.
Because I knew in that moment this was it for me.
Sure.
It's like if I don't take this opportunity, and I think, man, I've always just had those pivotal moments.
Sure.
As I'm speaking to you right now, just in light of the conversation we just had,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at that point again.
Okay, good.
I'm at that point where I feel like I need to let go of something.
Sure.
Because there's a destiny moment.
Oh, wow.
And in that moment, I let go of that job. I went the next day, I resigned. And
Good.
I went into schools preaching the gospel.
Sure.
Earning 8,000 rands a month.
Sure.
And I was fulfilled. If I had not taken that opportunity, I don't think I'll be sitting here.
Sure. So tell me something. So you're doing all this preaching. Did you study towards ministry, theology? None of the above.
I didn't do that. I did only that now, like later.
Okay.
Later. I was just preaching, man. I was doing counseling, I was doing mentorship,
Sure.
I was sitting with primary school boys, just who are having issues at their homes, and just leading them to Christ, counseling them, and just doing all of those things.
Sure.
And my heart was fulfilled. And then I started growing up the ranks within the church. Fortunately, after a year, they renew it, and I get a permanent job within the church. And I just come, I climb up the ranks, and now I'm at a point where within the church I'm second in charge.
Okay.
And it's
You're one of those pastors that plug in every now and
yeah,
again.
I'm the one
and
who
then
preaches.
they preach
you
so
understand?
good.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
The people
man.
start to question, why
why don't you allow this one to preach? And at the time now, me and my wife, now married.
Okay, good.
We have moved. We're moving in the
of
suburbs.
course.
Suburbs. We say in the suburbs.
Yes.
Pretoria.
course.
Pension fund, everything. And the Lord says to me, I need you to go and start another church.
Sure. Not good.
Not good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I told my wife, and then we started fighting. Because he was like, "What are you talking about, bruh?" Then I was a single when I decided to leave the other job.
Yes.
I was
Now you have to
now
make
I
these pivotal decisions.
Yes, with the wife now, and we have a job, we have everything. Now we have to go and start a church. We fought for 2 years with my wife, and then eventually 5 years ago, we started Mmuso Church.
You start the church into COVID.
We started it on the 1st of November. We launched, and then 6 weeks later we went to lockdown.
Ooh, we have a similar story.
Yeah. So at that time, my lounge was the stage. The band was in the kitchen, and the drama was in the bedroom. And I would play bass because I'm a bassist as well. And then I would put the bass down and come and sing and come and preach. And then one day I'm preaching, I'm making noise. The security, because the gated estate, they knock.
Yes.
And it's live on Facebook. I have to say to the people, wait, I'm coming. I go out. They give me a fine. I come back. I say to people, I got a fine. Okay, let's go. The Lord said. Just continue. Yeah, man. Listen, it's been a roller coaster ride, and so now we're here, man. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I lost my sense of questions and where I'm supposed to be. Okay, so now we're here. Just give me a sense of scale. You started back then, and I imagine you start with a few people. Yeah. Where are we now?
So we started with about 12 people in my house.
Sure. Oh, so the 12th apostle.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And we sit there and I tell them, this is what the Lord is laying in my heart. That in the first year, this was going to happen. Second year, this was going to happen. We're going to start a music group, and this is going to be international.
Sure.
I'm sharing this thing. In the fifth year, we'll have 5,000 people in the church. Now, in fact, this was our scale. We will have 3,000 people in the church. We would have impacted directly about 30,000 people. We will have influence of about 3 million.
This is November 2019.
Listen, this is now 2019 years. 2019. I'm like, guys, by the end of 2025, we'll be 3,000 in the church.
Okay.
We'll have impacted 30,000 people.
Excellent.
And we'll be influencing 3 million people.
Beautiful.
That was it.
So give me the scorecard.
We are right now averaging about 2.5.
Wow.
In terms of our membership.
Lovely.
And we have impact through our music. I mean, we're doing now 5.3 million impressions on YouTube.
Not a chance.
Per month.
Wow.
So that crazy thing, I was sitting in the room with them saying this is where we're going to be.
Yeah.
We're there, man.
So now tell me, because now I'm like, I want to be able to set a vision and arrive at it.
Yeah.
What were the ingredients of this rapid growth?
I think understanding the market.
Now
it doesn't sound like
I understand it. Now I feel like I'm at a business school. So let's go.
So I was orientated in a white church. So the church I'm talking about.
What does that mean for those that are not in the church world?
That is led by white people, and the culture of it is very white. It's Hillsong music, Bethel music.
Yes.
It's, the culture. It's very structural. 1 hour, 30 minutes service, in and out.
Stunning.
That's the kind. You
I
get it.
I get it.
Coffee when you start. Coffee.
And then just contrast it for me with the so-called black church.
Yeah. So now,
how does that look like?
So now, wait. I'm coming. So I was orientated in this church.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I loved the music. I loved everything. But I loved the excellence and everything. But it didn't have that thing. Yeah. When the pastor is preaching, I'm like, hey, give me more, man. I need some power. When the worship is singing, I'm like, I need some, And then when I go to a predominantly black church, hi man, the fire.
Yeah.
Hey, the fire is there. There's power there. There's this. But it starts late. It finishes late. You're never sure what's going to happen. It's
the Spirit can just lead us.
The Spirit can just lead us, and then we're here for 4 hours. And so I found myself discontent
on both worlds. Whoa,
and
you
I'm
don't
like,
fit anywhere.
Yeah, I find myself missing something.
That's hard.
And I'm like, I'm probably not the only one who feels like this. So maybe then we must plant a church that speaks
for the
to
myths,
that
for those
gap
that don't fit.
That don't fit both.
Stunning, man.
Only to find that there's so many of us.
Okay.
Only to find that there's so many of us. So we had to sit down and draw this couple and say they are living in the suburb. They have 2 little kids.
Oh, that's good,
they are
man.
This age. They go shopping here. When they come to church, this is what they want. It shouldn't be too long. It must be safe for their kids. It must be deeply spiritual.
Out. So at the church world, you do these kind of market intelligence. You do segmentation.
Yeah. I did. Well, I did it.
Right. Okay, this is good. I'm going back to school. I'm going to teach. If the stuff, the marketing segmentations and things.
Yeah. No, we did it.
And you get the profiles.
Yeah, we get the profile and say, okay, who is this person? This is who they are, and who are they? It's a black young couple in the suburb. If they want a black church, they need to travel more than 10 kilometers because they are not here. Most black churches cannot afford to have church in the space. And then when they go to malls here, what is important for them is the safety of their children, and they need a place where they can go and relax and not have to worry about their kids. So if you can have a church that takes care of their children, they will come to the church. Because then they don't, for that 2 hours, they are being fed and they are not worried about their children. So the security of children is going to be very important. And they want to go out for lunch after this because they have a little bit of money. So now the service should not be too long because they want to catch up with their friends. All those.
So you did all of this stuff, like mapping and kind of getting customer needs, if it were.
Understanding what this person wants. Like, okay, he's been to a white church,
yes.
He loves it, but he's starting to feel uncomfortable, But also the black church is too far for him. So if we bring it close and we make it excellence, but deeply spiritual, they still feel like they're in the township, but they feel like they're also in the urban. Yeah. Then we did that.
Right. So now you do that. You profile the people, and then practically, what did you do?
So then we're like, okay, fine. If we're gonna plant a church we're going to plant in March 2020. Right?
Good timing.
Yeah. Very great timing. Yeah. And we're like, okay, let's give ourselves 12 months where we're doing a roadshow of sort.
Right.
Where we're having monthly events, and at this monthly events, we're just worshiping and sharing vision. Okay. Worshipping and sharing vision, like activations.
Excellent. Oh, this is good. This is good stuff.
Yeah. So, and at this, we give people opportunity to sign up to say, if you want to be part of this thing, it's coming, we're going to launch a church,
Stunning,
it's going to
stunning.
change the whole country. I mean, now we're thinking,
3
we're sharing,
million and 30 million and all the big
we're
numbers.
sharing all these things, and we say, if you want to be a part of this, you don't want to lose out on this, sign up to serve, sign up to do this. And when we launched, we had about 200 people on our first day.
Excellent.
So
excellent.
that for us was incredible. We had a venue that could only take 100 people, and we were only allowed to meet in groups of 50, I think, at that time.
Yes.
So we started with 2 services just to be able to accommodate all of this.
This is a huge church with 2 services.
You understand? Because we had done the groundwork.
Oh, stunning, man.
We had done the groundwork, we had done the events, the build-up.
So
to
good,
it.
so good.
So we start strong.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes church can, or even business, if you don't start strong, sometimes it takes a little bit longer for it to grow. We wanted a person to walk in there on the first day and not feel like
this is some scrappy thing.
They're figuring out what
that's
they're
very
doing.
good. That's very
we
good.
wanted you to walk in there and felt like this is moving somewhere, and we want to be a part of this.
Stunning.
And so we had to then sacrifice, because the venue we had was about 20,000 rands a month, and we're a new church.
Sure.
Right? So that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But for us, because we wanted to be in that location.
Yeah.
Because one of the problems is that this young black couple in the suburb does not want to travel far.
Sure.
So we needed to bring it close. Sure. But to bring it close is expensive.
Expensive rental-wise.
Expensive rental-wise. And someone came to me and said, why don't you go to a school, where it will be cheaper, you can pay 3,000 rands. It's like, no, I'm going to sacrifice.
Sure.
I need to be here.
Sure.
So that year, man, I remember me and my wife going, I don't know if you know this, at Spa, in some of the spas or the Pick and Pays, around 6 o'clock in the evening, they start reducing the price of fresh food.
They do?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, they start, the chicken, you'll see a sticker there saying reduced. We will wait until they reduce and we'll buy. We know this is our food for the week, because we didn't have much, right? So me and my wife would buy the reduced.
I see.
Because what we had, we were investing in paying the rent for this place. And man, today we are grateful we did.
Sure.
We are grateful we did.
And now today you have grown, you have got your own building.
Yeah, we bought our building. It's been a year now since we bought our building.
Excellent. And that whole thing was also a miracle on its own.
Yeah.
But just tell me about the tensions now.
Yeah.
You have grown.
Yeah.
Now there's a need to grow.
Yeah.
But there's a need to preserve.
Yeah.
So how are you managing all of this?
Sure. The tension between the promised land and we at times are too harsh on the Israelites.
Sure.
For not wanting to go into the promised land after 40 years in the wilderness, where they are eating manna and everything.
Yeah.
They are eating manna, they are comfortable, no one is fighting, there's no giants, there's nothing.
Yeah.
It's the wilderness, but it's okay. It's
We've
working.
figured it out.
God, they figured out. God is providing for them daily. Now you say they must, and they see the grapes and everything. Now they must no. So I think we are at that point where, man, the church has done well.
Sure.
The church we are kind of, we have healthy margins.
Yeah.
Everyone has found their groove.
Yeah.
Systems are in place.
Yeah.
Number one, I know that this is not where it ends for us.
Okay.
I know that there's bigger.
Sure.
But in order to step to bigger, it might destabilize
The current. Yes.
And it might stretch the people who are finally saying,
now things
breathe.
have settled, we've
things
got
have
processes
settled.
and structures and the help.
Understand? But the vision is saying to me, you need to scale. Opportunity is saying to me,
you can scale.
opportunity for scale.
So vision says you need to scale. Opportunity says it's possible.
It's possible.
Right.
The capacity of the team, I'm not sure.
Right.
So I'm sitting with that to say, does the capacity of the team and the health of the people, I need to make sure that these people are healthy for the growth.
And also you are healthy.
I'm healthy for the growth as well. So I'm at that point where I'm, just assessing what's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
How do I replicate some of our processes without adding pressure? How do I fire myself out of the job
Sure.
so that we can be able to scale.
Sure.
And I think one of the things in our conversation that I think I picked up is that I need to divorce myself of the idea that the next has to grow as quick as this one.
Oh, wow.
Because if I do that, I'll put myself under pressure and I'll put the team under pressure.
Yeah.
We just need to grow, but allow it to grow
In its own natural
way, and see, because even though this has grown quick, there are some stuff that were not healthy.
Yes. Okay, good. I
Yes,
know
you
how
understand?
that
Yeah,
looks
there
like.
is stuff that was not healthy. So now how do we make sure that now in this, it becomes healthier?
Sure.
So it means we will scale, but at a slower pace.
Right,
than,
good.
Than how we grew
Excellent.
over these years.
Because you still have this.
Yeah, I still have this that
This still has to
and it's
grow
the
also.
Engine. It's the
And
engine.
then it feeds the other one.
So I need to ensure that this, and you must understand, when you are a pastor, you can, in fact, it's even in the business of consulting, in the business of speaking, in the business like doctors and stuff like that, you can come as a doctor and say, no, this is my trainee, I've trained them, they are the best.
Yeah.
The patient says, sir, I want you.
Yeah, with 30 years of doing the same surgery.
You understand? Absolutely. So as pastors, we are the same position. I've trained people, I've ordained them. I've ordained about 27 leaders this year.
Sure.
But there are many instances where if I don't show up, people are not comfortable. They just don't feel like the church
And how are you
cares.
processing that? There's people that will say, you must build the organization such that you can go on leave for 3 months
it's
and
easier
everything.
said than done, right?
Just help me see how.
Because we have done that.
Okay.
We have done that in the sense that we have people who are incredibly capable.
Sure.
But people are experiential.
Sure.
People are touched.
Sure.
So there are people that we might lose because of the growth.
Sure.
Because they were used to being close to
Close
me.
to the pastor, yeah.
And now because this thing is growth, they're accusing me of not caring anymore.
Sure.
Now you don't care about us, And the newer people, because they come into a system where they're not attached to me, they're attached to the organization. Because that's the thing.
Oh, I
the
see, I
earlier
see.
people, they're attached to you.
Of course.
The later people are attached
To
to
the
the
organization.
organization.
Yeah.
So you might then find that you're going to lose the older people who were anchor people because they feel you are not
But like
there
you would
anymore.
also love those people. I mean, they
These
were
are
with
the
you
people
in
I
the...
started with. It hurts. It hurts, but you have to choose. Then do you keep it small for them? Do you keep it small to keep them? Or you release them so that this thing can grow and serve more people?
Sure.
Yeah,
That's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. No, it's hard. This patient as a doctor has been with you, and now they want to be seen by you all the time, and you decide, am I going to allow this patient who I've seen, who have delivered their children and all of that to leave so that I can serve more people? Or am I going to keep my practice small for the sake of this person?
So I think I get where this dilemma is and how you might make the choices. Now, a couple of new thoughts that we may have not discussed before. Church and AI.
Yeah.
Thoughts.
I think that's a church is actually quite an interesting thing in that there was a time where we criticized social media as a body of Christ, just in general. It's a worldly thing, all those kind of things. And then COVID came.
Yes.
And we all
social media. We're all
social
screaming
media became
and preaching at the screen.
And I think we need to understand that we have redeeming power as a church.
English, please.
This social media platform where people are using it to do all kinds of interesting and crazy things, we can come into the same space.
I see.
And preach the gospel.
Okay.
And shine the light onto that.
Beautiful. So having redeeming power, it meant that.
Yes, that's what it means. Yeah, we need to believe in our ability as a church.
Excellent.
To go into spaces that has been adopted by all kinds of
evil and then you use it for good.
Shine our light and use it for good.
Stunning.
I think we need to. There's a church that had a visual experience. Church, they experimented with it. It didn't take off strongly, but they started experimenting with it. there are churches that are beginning to experiment with such things because the future is going there.
Okay.
We need to be open to that. I think as a nation, just generally AI, we're still at the back foot. As a church, oftentimes I feel like we adopt things late. Yeah, because we thrive on predictability.
I see.
As a church.
I see. You come to church on Sunday, you will meet Susie there, you'll take your son to the children's church, and then you sit at this specific thing, and the sermons
you say,
run.
I want my chair. You know, people say, this is my chair. So we thrive on predictability. So adopting to change is something that we don't like.
Sure.
And I don't know if we'll ever change. I don't know.
But I just imagine that this AI and this advances in technology might just help, bend that growth curve and kind of help with some of the tensions.
We have to. The thing is, also in church we believe. There's a scripture, 1 Corinthians 3 says, I, Paul, I water, Apollo, I plant, Apollos, and then it's God who brings growth.
Yes.
So sometimes we believe in automatic growth.
Okay.
Yeah, because God is the one bringing it. So we don't have to do anything
for
things to grow. Sometimes we have that belief. So if you say to me, AI might help me grow, I'm like, no.
God will bring the growth.
Bring the growth. So you can keep the AI. The Lord will bring the growth.
So what are you saying? Are you also telling me, keep your ChatGPT away?
I just told you about market segmentation and all of that. So I think it's the wisdom that God gives us to use these things.
I see.
Now I believe in using its tools.
Yes.
They don't replace. It's the Spirit of God that grows people.
Excellent.
But we have these tools that we can use to get them, to get their attention.
Good. So now,
to get them to hear the gospel.
So now, let's do that thing again. So we're going to look directly into that camera and you're going to preach to your fellow pastors and say, adopt some of these advances.
If I don't get an offering, I'm not preaching. and you know what?
Please organize something for all of us.
And you know what is the thing about that is I need to also be sensitive to the audience I'm speaking to.
Okay.
Because a lot of pastors are actually, contrary to popular belief, working with bare minimum.
Okay.
Churches that are doing well are, in fact, do you know that the average church in its lifespan will only have 80 members?
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that good or is that good or not good?
Well, it depends.
Okay.
No one starts a church to have a small church.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. But so with a lot of this grace, I would just like for you to kind of share your heart, because my imagination is the more limitations I have, probably the better I need the tools. These things will make you build a website in an hour, right? They will help you, structure things and sermons and blah, blah. And I imagine it's probably even more so suited for someone with less.
Paul is a guy who wrote the Bible, those that are not, who wrote about 70% of the New Testament, not the whole Bible. Before the pastors come for me. And he was one of the apostles, and he says, I am a co-builder with God. He has graced me, but I build as a skilled builder. So there is the level where it is the grace of God that enables us to build, but there's also the skill. We need to be masterful. We need to be graced, and we need to be masterful. And I think as leaders, we need to shun away from demonizing the skillful side, the organizational side, because Paul says, I have the grace, but I also build as a master skillful builder. And I think if we can start thinking that it's not either or, it's and.
Beautiful.
We'll be able to build healthier churches that don't put pressure on us, that we are able, because church has been tough, but it has been easier because of how we have done church. When I listen to the stories of other leaders, I'm like, I didn't experience that. Simply just because we had systems that can mitigate some of these hardships.
Excellent. Just a word on fundraising.
Yeah. Fundraising. it starts with friend raising.
Oh,
Yeah.
say more.
When you raise funds,
Yeah.
you must go to someone who, number one, believes in your calling.
Okay.
And in the sense that they believe in what you believe in.
Yeah.
If they must be Christian, they
Yeah.
must believe in the church itself, the calling of the church.
Yeah.
They must believe in the church.
Yeah.
Number two, they must believe in you as a person.
Sure.
They must have that kind of saying, this guy is called.
Sure.
And thirdly, they must then have the money. Yeah, because if they believe in the church and they believe in you,
they
but they don't have the money.
you get a problem.
And so, fundraising, being able to develop a relationship with people who are resourced.
Right.
Because the resource they have, man, you guys, the money you have, part of it must come to the church. I'm telling you. Yeah,
But you mustn't lead with Maanda, give me money.
Yes, must lead with friendship.
You must lead with
lead
friendship.
a relationship. Yes, because now if I've built, that's what I'm saying. It's about friend raising before it's about fundraising. When you know you have in fact, just as a leader, you must build quality relationship with both resourced and unresourced people.
Excellent.
Because at one point you need to be able to. There's no way you are going to need money. You are going to need money. And it's that. Raise friends.
Yeah.
Build friendships. Connect and network with people. Because it's easier to raise money from people you have a relationship. When we were raising funds, the first R1,000,000 donation we got, that was the first amount we got.
Yeah.
It was from someone who is a friend. Who knows me, believes in my calling, who loves the church, and he has the money. And
So,
he
but
gave
slow
me
down
R1
there.
million.
Did you just say someone EFT'd
Yes,
R1,000,000?
yes. On the spot.
EFT.
Yeah. I still have the proof of payment.
And this is just sort of say, hey.
Hey man, I believe in what you're doing. I believe in you, and I have the money. Here you go. And that is how it launched us into buying our building.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. So if you want that kind of money,
Yeah.
you must invest in friendships.
Friendships with people who have that kind of money.
I understand. Okay. I'm still recovering.
Yeah.
But as I recover, I want to move one more bit.
If you feel challenged, give me $1,000,000.
Remember the conversation. I must believe in the entity of the church. I must believe in you. And the third one.
So those 1, 2, tick. Then you must actually have the money. You must have the money. Yeah.
So how are some of your rhythms of making sure that this entity called I was gonna call you by your other old name, but
The old is gone.
the old is good.
Gym is a very big part of my routine.
Okay.
Man, when I am upset, when I'm stressed, I don't make any decisions before I go to the gym.
You don't make any decisions before you go to gym.
Yeah. If I have a big decision I need to make, I must go to the gym first. Because it helps me think.
Right.
That's right. My devotional time.
Yeah.
You know what I've held on to for dear life is devotional time, not for preparation.
Oh yeah, that's because now this is harder, hey?
Yeah, it's hard.
Because
no,
now
it's very hard.
Any kind of revelation,
now it must
you
be
can
for a
pass it
sermon.
on.
Yes, you see. So I have really fought hard to keep my devotion time about me and God. Okay. Not about what He's gonna do through me, not sermon prep. Just talk to me, for me, for my issues, for my, that's that. Yes. And then I have kept friends who are not part of my church, who don't see me as pastor.
Okay, good.
Who sees me just as some guy and we can sit around, have fun, talk.
Excellent.
Those three things have helped me to stay healthy.
Okay, good. We asked this has just been so good. Yeah. We asked all our guests these two questions very quickly. One challenge you want to give to our people. Yeah. And then number two, if you have a book recommendation or any resource recommendation. Yeah. So the idea is the same. We look right into that camera and kind of just challenge our listeners. So
one challenge is leverage every small thing that you have in your hand. There is power in your ability to leverage what you have. I read a book by Craig Groeschel. changed my perspective on leadership. Said lead like it matters. It has really been an incredible help for me, and I'm writing a book myself.
Yes, and you're going to come back here, and then we're going to launch it, and we're going to talk about it.
There we go.
Koketso, this has been incredibly
Thank you,
awesome.
brother.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
We'll see you here again super soon.
Yes, there we go. How long was that?
Too long.